Overcoming Adversity. Gauff Electrifying Journey from Hostility to Triumph at WTA 1000 Wuhan. The Wuhan Open Stadium gleamed under the bright arena lights, a kaleidoscope of excitement, tension, and anticipation. Cameras flashed, fans waved banners, and commentators whispered predictions that would echo across the tennis world. At the center court stood Coco Gauff, 21, poised yet visibly aware of the magnitude of the moment. She had battled every obstacle on the tour: injuries, criticism, skepticism, and even outright hostility. But tonight, none of that mattered. Tonight, she was here to make history. Across the net, Jessica Pegula, the defending champion, adjusted her grip and focused her gaze, ready to test Gauff's composure, endurance, and skill. The stakes were high. A WTA 1000 title awaited the victor, but the story behind Coco's journey had already captured global attention. This was more than tennis. This was a battle of resilience, determination, and character, the shadows of doubt. Coco's journey to Wuhan had not been smooth. From the moment she burst onto the professional scene, critics scrutinized her every move. Social media buzzed with comments questioning her stamina, mental toughness, and ability to handle pressure. Headlines highlighted her setbacks more than her victories, and rival fans often cheered against her with unrelenting intensity. Yet Coco had learned to convert that hostility into fuel. Every negative comment became motivation. Every skeptical gaze became determination. And every challenging opponent was an opportunity to prove her resilience. You can't control the crowd or the critics, her coach, Darren Cahill, reminded her. You can only control how you respond. Coco internalized this mantra. The criticism wasn't a weight. It was a spark. The early rounds, fighting fire with fire, the early rounds of Wuhan had already tested her mettle. Coco faced aggressive players who tried to exploit any perceived weakness. Yet she dismantled each challenge with a combination of precision, power, and composure. Her rallies became legendary. Blistering forehands, perfectly timed drop shots, and relentless court coverage that left commentators scrambling for superlatives. She moves like electricity. One announcer said during a quarterfinal rally, "Every shot is a statement." Coco is rewriting the rules of resilience. Even in moments of adversity, when a shot slipped or a rally was lost, Coco's reaction was calm and measured. Her mental fortitude shone brighter than any victory point. The semifinal storm. The semifinals brought another formidable opponent, Elena Petrova, a rising star with raw power and aggressive court presence. Petrova's game was designed to intimidate, to force mistakes, and to pressure Coco's mental strength. The match quickly escalated into a tense, emotional battle. The first set saw Coco adapting to Petrova's intensity, returning every aggressive shot with calculated precision. The crowd was on edge, reacting to each swing, each rally, as though the entire stadium had become part of the match. When Coco dropped the first set 6-4, whispers of doubt surfaced again. But she silenced them, not with words, but with performance. Adversity is temporary, she reminded herself between games. Triumph is eternal. The second and third sets became a showcase of endurance and skill. Coco's strategic placement of the ball, her anticipation of Petrova's movements, and her mental resilience allowed her to come back and win the match in 3 sets. The crowd erupted, witnessing not just a victory, but the transformation of pressure into performance. The hostile environment. Entering the final against Pegula, Coco faced not just a skilled opponent, but an intense, sometimes hostile audience. Fans jeered. Some shouted critiques, and cameras captured every skeptical glance from journalists and spectators. Many questioned whether Coco could handle the pressure of both the match and the environment, but she had learned to thrive in exactly these conditions. The harder the challenge, the greater the opportunity, she thought, bouncing the ball as she prepared to serve. Her ability to tune out external negativity and focus on her game became the defining element of her performance. The first set, testing the limits. The final began with Pegula asserting dominance with powerful serves and precise baseline shots. Coco's responses were calculated, her footwork lightning fast, and her mind razor-sharp. Despite losing some early points, she quickly regained control, turning Pegula's aggression into opportunities for winners. Every rally became a story of resilience. Coco moving across the court lunging, sprinting, returning near impossible shots, and countering with precision. By the end of the first set, Coco's strategy had begun to shine. She lost 6-3, but the set was a testament to her mental strength, not weakness. Adversity isn't a setback, she told herself. It's a lesson. Momentum shift, electrifying the court. The second set became Coco's arena of transformation. Her serves gained velocity, her forehands cut sharper angles, and her mental focus was unshakable. Pegula attempted risky plays, but Coco anticipated each one, turning tension into opportunity. The stadium watched, mesmerized. Every rally was an epic duel. The audience felt the energy shift, from doubt and skepticism to awe and admiration. "She's electrifying," an announcer whispered. Every shot tells a story. Every movement inspires. Coco isn't just playing tennis. She's writing history. Coco's calm under pressure was remarkable. She smiled at the crowd between points, acknowledging the cheers and even some hostility, letting it fuel her performance. By winning the second set 6-4, she had forced a decisive third set. The final set, transformation complete. The final set was a test of endurance, skill, and emotional resilience. Both players fought tirelessly, exchanging powerful shots and executing daring strategies. Coco's movement was fluid, her instincts sharp, and her courage unyielding. A defining moment arrived at 4-4. Pegula executed a daring lob, aiming to catch Coco off guard. But Coco, anticipating perfectly, sprinted, leapt, and returned the ball with a cross-court winner that drew gasps from the crowd. Legacy beyond the court. Months later, Coco's WTA 1000 Wuhan victory remained a defining moment in tennis history. Analysts hailed it as a triumph of resilience, talent, and character. Fans, journalists, and fellow athletes agreed. Her journey was as compelling as her results. Win or lose, she had demonstrated that true champions are defined not just by titles, but by the courage to face adversity, the grace to handle hostility, and the determination to rise above every challenge. Coco Gauff had electrified the court, inspired millions, and written a story that would endure far beyond the scoreboard, a story of triumph forged from challenge, doubt, and opposition. Epilogue, the champion's reflection. As she held the WTA 1000 trophy, Coco reflected on the journey. "It's never just about the trophy," she whispered. "It's about the moments that test you, the people who doubt you, and the courage to turn all of it into something greater." The lights of the stadium dimmed, the cheers echoed, and a new chapter in tennis history was written. Coco Gauff had overcome adversity, transformed hostility, and risen to triumph, leaving the world inspired and in awe. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.